When we think about philanthropy, it's often viewed as a transfer or distribution of money from the rich to the poor. However, in many cases, only a fraction of the wealth given ends up in the hands of the truly in need. One of the problems with elite philanthropy is it ends up benefiting elite causes and largely reinforces the world as it is, rather than addressing the complex social problems that are in great need of solving. On the surface, the gestures of elite philanthropists may seem noble, but they often have egotistical, self-benefiting, political, and corporate motives, which is ultimately the opposite of its true meaning, love of humanity. But philanthropy is far more than a physical cash donation from a billionaire CEO. In its true form, it's the gift of effort, time, resource, and solution-based expertise, being the catalyst for positive societal change. When we take a moment to think about Charles and how he's dedicating his life's work to changing the systems of the world for everyone, everywhere, the gift of Cardano may quite possibly prove to be the biggest act of philanthropy in the history of mankind. Welcome back for today's instalment of Cardano Insights, delivering a fast-paced bite-sized roundup of the all-important Cardano news and ecosystem content from the past 24 hours. So join me as I explore exactly what's been happening at the very pulse of Cardano. So let's get straight into it. So first up, let's delve into something that in my opinion will prove to be one of, if not the most important piece of the Cardano puzzle when it comes to delivering RealFi solutions on a global scale. The partnership of Cardano and World Mobile is something that we've covered often on this channel, and for good reason. World Mobile is far more than a project building on Cardano, but a vital piece of the infrastructure that's going to see Cardano deliver its main purpose of banking the unbanked, levelling the economic and geographical playing field, providing access to a fairer system for everyone, everywhere. Earlier this week, World Mobile gave us this video from Consensus where they sat down with Charles, who gave us a great insight into the power of World Mobile and how their collaboration goes way deeper in laying the foundations for Cardano's innovation to be made accessible for billions of people. First off, Charles explained that although there has been an enormous amount of innovation in the past 25 years in the telecommunications industry, because of the market structures, there's little incentive to roll out that innovation. This is where World Mobile and their business model has such a great chance in succeeding. There's been a lot of innovations and unique concepts put forward that World Mobile is now pioneering and leading the way. The sharing economy will play a big part in this, where the people own the network and maintain it because they value it. The sharing economy puts the responsibility in the user's hands, rewarding participation. This dynamic model has the potential to be a catalyst for exponential growth. Nothing is more powerful than a community or movement being powered by incentives that improve the quality of life both financially and in delivering access to systems or opportunity that was otherwise unavailable. During the interview, Charles showed a real excitement towards the idea that this infrastructure can be democratized and decentralized, just like Bitcoin with mining nodes. Decentralized ownership is the key to all of this, driving the concept of the people providing telecommunication services across an entire community. Charles goes on to explain how surprised he's been in the meetings with World Mobile, notably seeing how far they've progressed from an idea to deep down the road of development, design and manufacturing of critical infrastructure that's going to bring all of this into reality. Particularly in Zanzibar, the fact that it will only require 2 balloons to cover and connect the entire country is quite extraordinary. World Mobile's vision is no longer hypothetical, connecting the unconnected is near horizon, so not 3 years down the road, but much sooner. On discussing the significance of work being carried out by World Mobile, Charles highlighted some crucial points relating to the RealFi stack that really emphasised the need for the solutions World Mobile promised to provide. At the top you have microfinance applications and financial services. When you try and deploy that in the developing world, you realise you're missing more foundational aspects like identity, compliance and reputation systems. But when you try and deploy those, you also realise that you're missing core foundational infrastructure like telecommunications, energy and computing. If the goal is to digitise Africa, then this is of the highest priority. This is where Charles highlighted the most important relationship is that of World Mobile to Cardano. Without it, then all the innovation and DApp development can't work in the regions that express the greatest need for it. Charles then explained that the most exciting thing with this collaboration is you can not only get it done, but you can do it in a way that doesn't allow the centralization of power, enabling the democratization of connectivity and in a way that crosses borders. ISPs are extremely nation-centric. The power of a blockchain-based system is that it's intrinsically global and inclusive. Anyone can be a member and a part of this. This powers a community-driven open-source network rather than living in a highly monopolized fragmented environment which isn't innovating at all. You can live in an environment that's dynamic and rapidly innovating, becoming better, faster and cheaper with more reliability, more capabilities, and this is foundational to the way humanity works. It was here that Charles highlighted a key point. Referencing the recent consensus event, he said amongst all the different companies showcasing their products, it became clear that some are just replicating the legacy financial system with crypto on top, which are highly centralized, and others really believe that the innovation crypto enables is going to change everything, but the physical infrastructure in terms of telecommunications is just not in place. This is why, without addressing the entire stack, RealFi is just not possible. World Mobile are crucial in educating the wider space on this message and really start the conversation on how you can truly innovate in this industry without having to spend 30 billion or so to make it happen. On the topic of how the meetings between IOG and World Mobile have been progressing, Charles gave us a great insight on the wider strategy and specifically the needs of IOG. He explained that this time last year, when meeting with the president of Burundi, he made it clear that he wanted assistance in connecting his people. At this stage, IO didn't have a lot to offer in terms of physically addressing the problem. However, now with the rollout of Zanzibar, when considering the cost and reliability of World Mobile's solution, they have a tangible product to start implementing this infrastructure elsewhere. Charles made it clear that IO is not a passive participant in this respect. They are partnered with World Mobile to get this vital infrastructure in place for whoever expresses the need. What was also promising and stuck out for me in this interview was how highly he spoke of the World Mobile team. The confidence that Charles expresses when talking about them and their ability to keep pushing the boundaries, collaborating to make the mission of connecting the unconnected and banking the unbanked a reality. Speaking on Mickey Watkins, the driving force, he explained how his approach and mindset has really rubbed off on the entire team, which is so vital if they're going to achieve what is going to be a tremendous feat of innovation for the developing world. You can only imagine the impact this is going to have globally when the 2 million people in Zanzibar are connected via the World Mobile network, proving the model works at scale. After this, we're going to see rapid developments here, and what's exciting is how close we really are to witnessing this all unfold. Rebuilding the world economy relies on changing the way we look at the base infrastructure, and whilst 5 years ago it was an idea, World Mobile are now proving it can be delivered, and we'll look back at this time as the very beginning of a global movement that's going to shape the future of connectivity and digitised economies. As always with Charles and World Mobile, this was a real good watch, and I probably haven't done it any justice, so I'd recommend you go and check out the full interview linked in the description below. Now, with thoughts turning to smart contracts and the growing dApps ecosystem on Cardano, I came across this tweet from RedSpark blog, who shared an interesting viewpoint and article from the Algorand Foundation that maybe puts some perspective on where we're at in terms of Cardano and what the future holds. He wrote, "I came across this article on Algorand's smart contract launch in November 2019. A year and a half later, I'd say their ecosystem is just taking off. Cardano is still on day 0 of smart contracts until Vassal, as far as I'm concerned." I think this was great in highlighting that after a major release like smart contract functionality, it's not specific to Cardano that development thereafter takes time. Whilst it's true that we've had smart contract capability since October 2021, I get what he's saying here. With the additional functionality and new capabilities the Vassal upgrade is going to bring from a developer standpoint, the difference from a development perspective is going to be night and day. As I always maintain, with huge projects waiting in the wings like Maladex Genius Shield, ADA Finance, Ardana, Jed, Liquid Finance and Meld, once the Vassal hard fork occurs, some real powerhouses of innovation are going to be deployed, injecting a massive amount of utility into the ecosystem. The deployment of such projects is going to provide a real boost in the ecosystem, and as a result the level of user activity will increase exponentially. Whilst some have criticised the number of dApps and speed of development, I'd say it's yet another example of a whole bunch of aces up Cardano's sleeve. The fact that we have such a variety of huge projects yet to deploy, things are certainly going to get real interesting in the coming 2 to 3 months. The utility and innovative technology these projects are promising to deliver is going to have a wider impact on other blockchain ecosystems, attracting new users who maybe have yet to discover what Cardano has to offer. With the introduction of algorithmic stablecoins, NFT bonds in the application of lending, and reduction or complete eradication of impermanent loss in terms of DEXs, are just some of the use cases coming to Cardano very soon, and these 3 factors alone, coupled with the low fees and high number of payments per transaction, if it wasn't already, Cardano is about to become an undeniably attractive proposition for even the most stubborn maxis from other chains. So that's it for another installment of Cardano Insights. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did find value in the content, then please be sure to comment, share, like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks to everyone tuning in each weekday, it doesn't go unnoticed and really helps Sapien reach that wider audience to spread those positive Cardano vibes. We'll be back soon with your daily roundup, and until then, thanks for watching, have a great day, and as always, keep it Cardano.